Yesterday, remember, we talked about how it kind of went old school ACLJ and had an attorney who was in Texas deployed to Pueblo, Colorado. Got a phone call from our friends at a large pro-life pregnancy center support network group about a hearing that was going to be taking place in Pueblo at a city council meeting on an abortionist, a famous abortionist, a late-term abortionist, Carhart, who wants to open up a clinic in the area. And they invited some of the pro-life advocates to speak, and of course the pro-abortion advocates to speak, so that they would have both viewpoints represented at their hearing. And then the night before the hearing, they cancel the pro-life speakers, all of them. They keep the pro-abortion speakers.
And we insisted that our clients, first of all, they were invited to participate. So at that point, the government opened up the area, or the forum, if you will, the meeting, to have both the pro-life position and the pro-abortion position presented. So we dispatched Olivia Summers from Texas to Pueblo, Colorado, where she appeared before the chamber last night and secured the victory. And it's important for people to understand, we're not talking about even the substance of the ordinance here. We're talking about just, CC, the hearing itself getting the victory.
This meeting went from not allowing any pro-life speaker to speak, and then it changed to Olivia, our attorney, was given actually the first 10 minutes to speak. So the atmosphere and the opinions changed drastically once we got involved. It went from completely cutting out the pro-life message to letting us speak actually first and for 10 minutes.
This was the perfect and classic example, I think, of viewpoint discrimination. And especially since we had attached to our demand letter an email from the city council inviting the pro-life advocates to participate in the hearing, who said we cited in the demand letter the Lamb's Chapel case. That was one of the cases on viewpoint discrimination that we argue that we won 9-0. That was involving a church that was denied access to school facilities when every other conceivable group that you could imagine was invited to use these facilities, but they didn't want it because you appeared to be, quote, church-related, and that was a violation of New York law until we went to the Supreme Court of the United States and won.
We got that victory secured, which is that those speakers who were disinvited won't just have to show up and be part of the regular commentary period, but will actually get to be like witnesses who will get a certain amount of time to speak. The other side will get a certain amount of time to speak.
It is very interesting that there were city council members there that, again, we don't know exactly how they're going to vote on this ordinance, but they recognize that if we are going to vote on an ordinance, we need to hear all the evidence and all the testimony on both sides and not just one side. So it really was a victory. Like Jordan said, both sides are going to get equal time. And not just be limited to the public comment period, which will happen if they take a vote on Monday. That has not been decided yet either, but there is going to be testimony, equal time testimony allowed on Monday, and we'll see if they'll vote on Monday.